Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and you guys, we're right where we left off in the last episode of a LOTRO tale. We just finished the awesome cinematic, so if you didn't see the awesome cinematic, go watch the last episode at the end. But the awesome Fellowship cinematic, and now we have pushed back the Watcher, and he's slunked into the deep, dark places of the world. And so we were able to get the Iron Garrison, the dwarves that are coming in to find out what happened to Balin. Remember Balin had a company in the lore? Well, that's why these groups are here, the Iron Garrison and stuff. But we got it where we can actually enter the doors of Moria. So, my friends, this episode will be us walking into Moria. So I'm really excited. Hope you guys are too. Get a nice drink. I've still got some drink here. And let's have some fun in the mines of Moria on a LOTRO tale. And again, you guys, I know I'm doing the right stuff on my channel because I get super excited over this kind of stuff. So, let's do it. Look at that. Look at that awesome shot of Moria right there to the loading screen. We're here, you guys. Now entering Durin's Threshold, Moria. And listen to that soundtrack. You have discovered Durin's Threshold, the great entrance. Again, they didn't really show it very big in the movies, but it's a little bit more grandeur in the game, and this is more what I imagine in the books. Because this was the main entrance between the Elves of Eregion and Moria, or Khazad-dûm, back in the Second Age. Wow. Let's just take a moment to ponder this epicness of this place. So exciting. Doesn't that music just set the mood for Moria, though?
The day of the dwarves is coming.
Yes, it is, my friends.
Khazad-dûm awaits!
Khazad-dûm awaits! Zollin, hello! Here we are inside Khazad-dûm at last. There is a great deal to be done at the several camps that we are establishing here. You can help us to succeed at the mighty task before us. Boozy asked me to reward you for your leadership before the doors. Take this with his thanks, and those of the entire Iron Garrison. Okay, sweet. So I get to choose a reward. This is now going to be my... I have to choose this one because it's the only one for Minstrel. This is going to be my secondary legendary item, not the weapon, but the item that goes in your, special...
The dwarves will prevail!
Dwarves will prevail. There is so much work to be done, Zollin Ironshield. There are here and elsewhere in the mines. This has been a great victory for the Iron Garrison, but this is only the beginning of the toils beneath the mountains. You must aid our people here at Durin's Threshold and at our other encampments if you are here to have victory in Khazad-dûm. When you have performed some of the tasks here in Durin's Threshold, you should seek for the... This is the Dolven View, I believe is how you pronounce it. That's how I like to pronounce it. And sometimes people leave comments, and I'm not talking about the nice comments. Some people have been nice comments where they put things like, "Oh, I think this is how you pronounce it." Those comments I like. Those are nice. That's fine. I like other viewpoints of commenting things. I had one guy the other day say something, and I was like. It wasn't very nice, but most of my comments are extremely nice about things with that stuff. So again, Tolkien's lore has a lot of crazy names he's an amazing linguist. The term linguistics, right? Linguistics. I don't remember the term for being one of those, but that's the after. But anyway, that doesn't matter. He's amazing, and I try to keep up with it. But again, sometimes I might do a mistake here and there, and I've heard a lot of other famous people read things and say stuff and say things that in movies and everything that might not be quite right what Tolkien wanted. But again, everyone's gonna have a little different views and opinions on things, right? Like I kind of talked about the whole Aragon thing, right? Where I used to say a lot like Aragon, and the people that one series came out, people were like, oh, you're saying it like the series. And I was like, no, I always said it like that. And then other people did too. And not to mention, I watched an interview with Tolkien, and he said Aragon, not Aragorn. But he dropped the one, he made it kind of silent. But it doesn't really matter that much. I understand that it can be a little frustrating though sometimes. I heard someone the other day on another thing I was watching a video saying one name completely wrong in my mind, in my view, right? And I was like, ugh. But again, not the end of the world, right? So that's always gonna happen here now and then. Now that that's out of the way, let's continue going. But I was just thinking, that was on my mind the other day, and I was just laughing because one guy said something. I'm like, it's just so funny. But most of my Patreons and not Patreons, excuse me, subscribers. I didn't mean Patreons, my subscribers have said really awesome things, and most people are really nice and say, oh, I think it's said this way or pronounced this way. I don't mind that. I don't mind people put that. I'll like those, right? I totally am down for seeing a different way of saying it, or maybe a more correct way, right? If someone spells it out and I go look it up, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. But you get my point. Moving on. That was a whole minute of ranting. Let's move on. I want to hear his voice one more time.
The dwarves will prevail.
The dwarves will prevail. Anyway, Dulvin View, and for the deep descent, speak to Bent Sharpeye at the Dulvin View, to the east of here. And, oh, let's see. Here's all these names again, and I'll do my best, you guys. Thetmar, or Thertmare. I think it's Thetmar. At the deep descent, among the Silvertine loads, they will have the ways for you to assist the Iron Garrison. Alright, sweet. So there's our goals. So now we need to walk around and collect up quests and have some fun doing quests, you guys. Woohoo! Oh. And again, when I said that, guys, if you're one of my subscribers that's really nice and say nice things with things like that, with like naming or words, please don't feel like I'm talking about you. I'm talking about specifically, I had someone I'd never seen before make a comment, and it was just like, that was kind of mean.
We are to find Mithro in Khazad.
So it's not you guys. It's not any of my good longtime subscribers who have said nice things about saying things and spelling of things. Don't. If you're that person, you think I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a random new person. Made a comment, okay? Just so you know, I appreciate nice things and like, oh, I think it's spelled like this, blah blah blah. But yeah. Anyway, I had someone make a comment. It was like, do you say things just to annoy people? And I was like, what? It's like, I hope those people that make comments like that are new to the channel don't think like you're gonna affect me with something like that, because I'm gonna be like, ha, I'm gonna laugh at you, because you're probably wrong anyway, that random new person, how to say it. Anyway, let's move on.
If we are to find Mithro,
I can't stop laughing now in my mind
we'll
about it.
first have to deal with the orcs.
People like that in the life, and most of you, my good subscribers, know this. You just have to ignore those people and realize that they are probably immature. All right, let's hear this voice one more time.
We have seen naught of Durin's bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
We have seen naught of Durin's bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria. He's got a very interesting voice for a dwarf. Welcome to Moria, Voice of the Rings, and Zollin. You join us at a momentous time. I am the master of the expedition group here at Durin's Threshold. Other expedition groups have already moved on into the depths of Khazad-dûm, hoping to find Balin's expedition of some years ago and learn their fate. My fellow dwarves are having a difficult time settling in for a number of reasons. If you could assist them, I would be most grateful. All right, so we're gonna help these dwarves, and you guys, timeline where we are. We just came in this side of Moria. This was after the Fellowship came through, just like a few months ago. Okay, so that's where we are on the story. And Balin's company disappeared and stopped sending messages to Erebor like 8 years ago. So they're trying to find Balin's company, right? And you all know about Balin's company from the movies and the books. All right, well, the Fellowship already found, but we're going to find out too. All right, Gamli here.
If only the elves were not so stiff-necked, we might make a swift victory of this endeavor.
If only the elves were not so stiff-necked, we make a swift victory of this endeavor. Ho there, friend. You don't see anything moving in my bed, do you? My sleep has been quite disturbed of late by the feeling of something crawling across my skin. I refuse to lay beneath those blankets again until I am assured there's nothing alive within them. Take a look for me, Zollin. I dare not touch the blankets.
Oh no. You guys have issues with thinking bugs are on you, and now you probably shouldn't look at this. Oh. Oh, they're attacking us. By Durin's beard, what madness is this? Watch out, the floor is moving. The guy said what? All right, well, I killed him and I knocked, oh man. That is what we call an infestation of bugs on his blankets.
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for the crimes against us.
Azog's folk have not fully repaid for the crimes against us. Again, I will shout out for Nerd of the Rings. He made a really, really good video on Azog the other day. And the actual lore behind him, not the white pale orc we see in The Hobbit. But, yeah, he's quoting from Azog being a war criminal orc from, yeah, even though he technically died, so. Spoilers. This is intolerable. Insects wrestling around here, I may lay my head, is quite unacceptable. It is not to be borne, I tell you. Where did those hideous little things come from? We have hardly been here a day, and we already are infested. I think now I shall need a thorough wash. I guess all dwarves aren't stinky, right? I guess some dwarves like to be clean. Understandable. I would also like to be a clean dwarf. I like when Gimli says in the movie, a fully armed regiment of dwarves, fully filthy and armored or whatever. I'm like, ugh. It's like, not all the dwarves would be like that.
At long last, we will drive the maggot folk from our homes.
At long last, we will drive the maggot folk from our homes. Those poor dwarves, they met their doom before they feast eyes upon the splendor of Moria. Our victories over this gate is a bittersweet one for me. I would like to honor the fallen, Zollin. Perhaps you can plant a banner at their graves so that they will remember their bravery and sacrifice. We all will remember their bravery and sacrifice. Okay. Plant a banner. Where do I plant the banner? Plant a banner. Plant a banner. Is it outside? Outside the Holland Gate. Oh, okay, okay. And then I'm supposed to also help Rathless. Is he up? I believe he's like up here, maybe. I don't know. Well, let's go outside the Holland Gate real quick, plant this banner, and then we will continue on our adventures. Oh, we have so many adventures, you guys. Do you know how many LOTRO Tale episodes will be in the future? Well, I mean, until I hit max level, and then after that, probably too. So, I mean, you do the math. We're at level 53. We're on episode something in the hundreds. Yeah. All right. The mines are open at the great cost. May they be a worthy price. Where is their grave? Is it just right outside, or? Plant a banner at the grave of the fallen dwarves. Outside of the Holland... Let's see, can I make this a little bigger? Yes, I can. Outside of the Holland Gate lies a small graveyard where the fallen dwarves lie. You should plant a banner at the graveside. Okay, graveyard just outside the Holland Gate. It says just outside. Well, it should be right here somewhere. And if it's not, then maybe they mean the front gate out there by the elves. But technically, this is the Holland Gate. Again, no correlation with my name Zollin. I made the name Zollin before I even knew this was called Holland Gate. I just thought this was the doors of Moria. Huh. Well, there's obviously no gravesite here, so my guess is it's around the other side. So we're gonna check the other side. We're gonna check the other side. Whee! It is really cool out here, though, especially when it's daylight. Aha, there it is. Aw. Poor dwarves that were killed. There we go. We will forever remember the dwarves of the Lonely Mountain. Longbeards. Everyone have a moment of silence. No, Zollin, you're not supposed to cry. You have a moment of silence. Alright, back in we go, my friends. We shall ever remember their sacrifice and getting us into Moria.
The frog sounds are pretty cool too, and everything. We're gonna slightly bump these up because I noticed in the last episode you couldn't hear much in the video, so I want you guys to be able to hear stuff still. So sound effects, combat sounds, we're gonna leave down though because combat sounds are really loud in this game. And now we are going to go and talk to him right after I eat some Cheez-Its. It's just so epic, isn't it? All right, let's talk to Mr. Rataldo. Or Rataldo. Again, with that little apostrophe over it, I was looking that up the other day because I was curious. Again, thinking about talking and reading certain things. Tolkien really likes those hard consonant pronunciations, but then with that little thing over it, that should make that sound A instead of A. But so it should be like Rataldo. I believe.
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
Azog's folk have not fully repaid for their crimes against us. That was a good deal, Zollin. Thank you for honoring my stalwart friends. I hope they rest well in the sight of the halls of their forefathers. You have shown a great kindness to my fallen friends.
Good, I'm glad that you feel better about that. All right. So we have one other quest here to do. Assist is in the north wing of Durance. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go up these stairs, as Gollum says.
Up the stairs we go, and then the tunnel.
I have to think of a good Gollum voice sooner or later.
Gollum.
I'm going to have to, like, make Gollum juice like the guy did. Wow, look at this place. You guys know the behind the scenes. The actor who did Gollum's voice in the movies. He used to drink like honey water and lemon and like all this stuff, and it helped him do that voice really well without hurting his voice. Which again might be something I need to think about in future, because I do no sound adjusters, guys. It's all my voice you're getting. Oh, look at this place. In the future, I was thinking maybe for some crazy creatures that I couldn't possibly make the sounds for, I could do something like that, but I don't know. I think it's more fun to just have me doing voiceovers. Completely. All right, here he is.
Khazad-dûm belongs to Doran's folk.
Ah, well, hello there, Zollin Ironshield. We are off to a rough start here, to be sure, but it is not an exciting time. Is it not an exciting time? Already, we have excavated these most impressive forges. Would you like to help me set up shop? Be careful. The fires are hot. The dwarves of Moria knew that they were about, when they built these. Knew what they were about. So much to do. We have thousands of dwarves. To think I shall forge steel and mithril in the great halls of my forefathers. Alright, sweet. Very cool. Okay, so I believe we are helping him. We're going to... We are collecting dull blades to help them out. So we're gonna run around and collect some dull blades. Yeah, so exciting. That was sarcasm. All right, we're collecting dull blades. La 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 la. Far over. We like singing some lyrics to this music. Da, da, dee, dee. I'd have to figure out a good lyrics song for this. I can ride my goat in here though. That's why I have my goat Remy, because he can ride in Moria. You can't ride a horse in here. It won't let you mount up on your horse. That's why Bill didn't come in, because, you know, the mines are no place for a pony, right? Famous words of Aragon. By the way, you guys, Bill made it home, just for people who don't know that, in the movies. He did. And I think in the original lore, did Gandalf put a spell to help Bill get home safe? I think he might have. I'm not sure. There is 2 more dull blades that are hiding from me. Probably in plain sight. Aha! When in doubt, click the... Yep, in plain sight.
I thought so. When in doubt, click the letter N on your keyboard for names, everyone. It helps greatly. All right, now we get to forge some blades. All right, in this great lava forge, we shall smithy. Epic smithing powers. And, did one. Amazing. We are forging in the great chasm. What happened? Did it not do it? Because I have to face the target. You must face the target. I am facing the target. I just want to see my guy work on the material. Yeah, nice. Again, guys, I have a bunch of crafting episodes, and I'm going to do more. I have a part series now that I'm doing because people really liked my original one. So I've been doing a part series, more and more from really basic to advanced. So I will work on doing more of those for the guides, for people who like my guides for LOTRO. There's just not a whole lot of people that do guides on LOTRO. There's a few channels that do stuff, but not like real quick, direct guides. It's more like this whole thing. You know what I mean? So that's my thing now. All right. Making little quick guides.
The Orcs of Moria have much to account for.
The Orcs of Moria have much to account for. Ah, that is fine work, good dwarf. I can tell this was forged in Moria. The improvements is remarkable already. I look forward to the work to be done here.
All right, sweet, we're done. All right, now, realistically, I could just jump off this edge here, but I'd probably die. But, you know, I do have a history of jumping off things in Moria. You think I can survive if I jump on that pillar? Oh, I'm totally gonna try it. And if I don't, the good news is the revive point is right down there on the ground, so. All right, let's see. Pillar, aim for the pillar. All right, it's right there. All right, Remy, go, Remy, jump! Oh, pillar! Did it. Remy, you are a true goat. Oh. Or ram, whatever you are. I think you're, what are you supposed to be? Let me hover this. What is Remy supposed to be? He's supposed to be a nimble-footed goat. The other one I have is a ram. Which are different, but weirdly synonymous in fantasy. Me and my friends found out.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
May Durin return soon to his halls. Thank you for all you've done, Zollin and Voice of the Rings. We are certainly off to a better start here now.
Alright, so now we can go up to the next pot. We're continuing. We've done Durin's Threshold. Let's see. Talk to these people. One is in the Sharp Eye. It's Bent Sharp Eye in Dolven View. And then it's Thetmar in the Deep's Descent. But we have some quests to do right here, and we're gonna do them because these quests are awesome.
We can only hope that Durin's Bane sleeps deeply.
Sleeps deeply. Many of our expeditions have pressed forward. For better or worse, but two were supposed to return, and they have not. Will you seek out Dagfin? He made, Shemhelder. Oh my goodness gracious. I ran past that word and didn't know what I was reading. You ever do that when you're reading past something really fast and you like try to figure it out and then it's just a big... Alright. He made for Shemhelderj, something like that, Drudge, many hours ago and has not returned. You can find it by pressing east from here, then turning north at your first opportunity.
If we drive the orcs from Khazad-dûm, will it be enough?
If you happen to pass through the chambers, a chamber of deep thought, while you search for my friend, would you mind investigating it? Such a place may hold many relics that have be invaluable to the dwarves. If anything catches your eye, feel free to investigate it.
You know, one thing I really like about LOTRO, and why I'm a huge fan of LOTRO, is the depth that they bring into the dwarves, okay? Because Tolkien had a lot of depth in his dwarves. But LOTRO really brings out, you realize that they are just like, they're obviously another race, they're not humans. But they have similar things that they love, like elves and humans. They do love their gardening still, they love their books still. They're like, they don't just like treasure and rock like you see in the movies. right? They do have a love for family and for friends, and that's cool. I think that's cool. Anyway, what do you guys think? I think that'll be it for this episode today, my friends. You guys have a wonderful day in Middle-earth. Quick little shout out and thank you to my Patreon, MrRevel, for being a royal guard. I appreciate it. And my other Patreons. And you guys all have a great day in Middle-earth. If you're new to the channel, subscribe button's gonna be right there. If you want to leave a like and subscribe, that's awesome. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, as always. Next episode will be in the top left there, and another playlist will be over there. So check them all out, and I will see you in the next episode of Voice of the Rings, a LOTRO tale. See you guys.